But I would argue people are hungrier, and I would love Daoud's input on this. I think people are hungrier for more brand activation, offline, community driven events by these brands more than they've ever been.
I
I've
would
seen it multiple
100%
times this
agree.
year
Yeah.
where a brand does a pop up or an activation and it sells out. In golf, like Malbon does this a lot. They took over basically like this bar, called it Hyperion House, and they did like special. They had like autograph sessions. They did a podcast at another at an adjacent property with two of their like biggest stars. Um, and then they did a run. So they did like this group run, and I think it was hundreds of people that showed up for this thing. So
Yeah,
for as much as we see the online impact, like again, I actually really like this. People are being challenged to think creatively about what their brand is, what it stands
totally.
for, how they engage with people more than they've ever been. Just because we have more reach and we have more ways to target, let's really think about how we're targeting people and what does
Yeah,
that really mean.
totally. Yeah, totally. Right. If you're an online sports, seller, right? Like, freaking sponsor some little league teams in your region or something, right? Like, even though you're an e-commerce company, nothing's preventing you from, like you said, nothing's preventing you from finding people where they do their activities offline, right? Like, there's a ton of opportunity there. I think you're spot on with that. Like,
Yeah, I
that's where
think
people's
it's
attention is. Yeah,
yeah. I think as much time as we spend online, there are people who are hungry for a non-digital experience.
one hundred
Now,
percent.
whether they want to like then digitize that and like get a selfie and like, oh, look at, but that's part of it. But at least they're
Yeah,
interacting. Like I think we're at an interesting place. Like I almost think we're at a threshold of like, is everything digital good for us? We know psychologically it's not. There's, enough data out there to support that.
yeah.
So how as a brand are you going and engaging folks in the, in IRL, I believe is the
In
proper
real
term?
life.